Hello and welcome to Hearthcrafts. My name is Charlotte and this is my channel where I talk general rubbish about my chaotic crafty life. I live on the south coast of England with my 5 neurospicy children and crafting keeps me sane. So I was in burnout last week. I was in burnout. I knew it was going to happen. Thankfully, because I know the way these things work for myself, I knew that it had a potential of coming. So I was just trying to be really kind to myself and really kind of grab those moments of calm and chill at home when I could. But I've just had a really hectic couple of weeks, and that's when it kind of, my brain starts thinking, no, can't cope with this, too much, we're going to shut down. So I haven't recorded any footage from last week at all, but that's okay because, you know, this is how it goes. I've got ADHD. My life can be quite hectic sometimes. So it's all good. I feel really good today. You have to excuse me wearing my dressing gown. I am actually dressed. I'm just freezing. It's like 12:20. I've been out most of the morning. It's not a particularly horrible day, but it's just really cold. I'm really cold. It's one of those days where I feel chilled to the bone. I feel like I'd go up and have a bath. But anyway, I needed to record because I really, really wanted to catch you up on what I've been doing, because I have made leaps and bounds. Even in burnout, I don't stop crafting. So, yes, I have things to show you. Firstly, remember the socks. Remember the socks that I made for Christmas for my brother-in-law, Pete's brother. They were in the I Walked with a Zombie colorway. I shall put a picture of them here. Yes, finished them in January. Gave them to him yesterday in March. And not only in March, I gave them to him, his Christmas present, on Mother's Day, wrapped in children's happy birthday paper. Like, what? That is like a metaphor. Oh, Star's digging a nest next to me. She's just kicked all of the TV controllers and whatnot everywhere. Anyway, yeah, so he got his Christmas gift on Mother's Day wrapped in children's happy birthday paper. That is a metaphor for my brain currently. But he absolutely loved them. He put them on straight away. He was like, right, I need another 6 pairs. I need a pair for every day of the week. And that there's no greater thing as a crafter, is there, than making something specifically for someone, and when they get it, they absolutely love it to the point where they want you to make them more. I will say they weren't quite long enough for him. Fine to wear, but I want to make them longer. I thought he had the same size feet as Pete. That rhymed. But he didn't. He's got a size bigger. So, remember that for next time. He needs his a little bit longer, but he was really happy with them. So my soul is happy, and I will absolutely be making him more. So that was that. So they have gone, thankfully. The next thing I have to show you is I finished them. I finished the December Colourwork Cuff Club socks by Summer Lee Knits. Look at them. Aren't they brilliant? I mean, there's some imperfections. Not quite sure what happened here. And there's some other little bits. These actually are quite baggy because I wore them yesterday. I am literally showing you my dirty socks right now, but I don't care because I just, honestly, I love them. I love the feel of them. I love the look of them. They fit perfectly, and I'm really, really happy with them. So these were the large size, which is 72 stitches cast on. Did I do 2 by? I'm not sure if that's 2 by 1 rib or if that's 3 by 1 rib. But anyway, the main body of the socks were done on a 2.25 9-inch circular, and the colourwork part was done on a 2.75 9-inch circular. I will say it hurt. Doing the toe of the last sock, I don't know whether it's because this is such rustic feeling yarn. This is Tiptoe by King Cole, and I really love it, but I just grabbed my knit Pro DPNs, which were wooden ones, to do the toe. And I think because it's quite grippy and it wasn't sliding as much as I would have liked. And I ended up, my hands really hurt, like round the thumb. But it's fine. They are done. They have been worn and I am so pleased with them. I just love them. So, and my first ever pair of colourwork socks, and they were a success. Yay! I'm so happy. So there we go. That is that. The other thing that I've made this week, which I'm going to class as a finished object because it's finished. But yes, is, let's see if that's going to focus, a Dorset button. Am I going to be able to get that to focus, or is it just going to continue to focus on my face? Let's see if I can hide my face. Come on. There we go. Look at that. A Dorset button. This is the classic cartwheel type button. And it's made out of linen thread. And that's the first one I've ever done. And I like it. I'm really happy. I loved the process of this. This was so satisfying to make. I've got lots more stuff on order to make these. So there will be more of these coming up. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because this is going to be part of my Heritage Crafts series. So I'll go into a lot more detail about this over there on those videos. But yeah, I was really, really pleased with that. So what have I been working on since? Well, the village opens this weekend. So I thought I'd best start trying to make a little bit of progress on my Tudor hose. I was doing these on 9-inch circulars. But for some reason, and I don't know why, maybe someone can explain this to me. So I use 9-inch circulars. I cast on a pair of socks for Athena, which were like, I cast on 56 stitches or something. It's absolutely fine, like on 9-inch circulars. So why is it, even though I've only had to decrease to 60 stitches, why was I finding it too much of a struggle to almost like there wasn't enough stitches to continue using the 9-inch circular and I've had to move on to DPNs? I don't know. But it's fine. I don't mind doing it on DPNs. I've done it on 3 DPNs with the 4th as the working one because if I wanted to take these into the village, I actually now can because they're on DPN. So I would just have to take the light bulb markers out, but that's absolutely fine because I don't need these anymore because I've done the decreases. I'm through the leg decreases. I really want to put these onto a bit of scrap yarn and try them on because obviously they're knee high and I really want to make sure that this goes over my calf and is comfortable before I start doing the foot. I do have a little way to go before I start the heel. But yeah, that's how far I've got. So that's one of my Tudor hose. But yeah, it'd be really good to get this one finished this week so I can at least make a start on the second one before the village opens. That's kind of my plan, but I love it. I love the way it feels. Obviously, this is 100% Southdown wool, hand spun Southdown wool. And I'm using 2.5 because this is actually technically a sport weight. It's a sport weight 2-ply. So I thought I'd do it on 2.5s and it seems to be working fine. I really like the fabric that it's creating. It's not too holey. And yeah, I'm very excited about getting this done. But yeah, like I said, I'll go for a bit longer on the leg. And then I will put it onto some waste yarn and try it on just to make sure that it fits in the leg before I start doing the heel. But that is going great guns. So I shall continue to work on that. What else do we have down here? So I actually went round to my mother-in-law's yesterday, Pete's mum, for a roast dinner with Pete and his brothers and his mum. Phone call from Elijah. So yes, I took my Musselburgh hat to my mother-in-law's because I thought as soon as we'd be sat there chatting, it might be best to work on this because I am at the point of just round and round knitting. Did get a massive amount done, I think, but then I don't know how far I was along with this the last time I showed you, but it's still doing like the, what's it called? Like the diagonal striping, which I really, really like on this, with this colorway. So there we go. So I did some work on that. The other thing that I've been working on, so I haven't touched my Guatemala because I haven't wanted to. I have literally only wanted to work on socks, and I'm still in that mindset where actually I just want to work on socks and my muscle bra. I've got a committee meeting this week for the village, and I've my muscle bras of what I've been taking to the village to work on. So I'll probably do that again on Friday. But yeah, the other thing that I've been working on is the mummy socks, which originally I started these. This was what I cast on. Was this what I cast on for the gift knits category? For the 12 cast-ons. Oh, I forgot to say as well, the Colourwork Cuff Club socks, they were 12 cast-ons. They were part of my 12. They were part of my 12 cast-ons for Christmas. So that's another one of those done. I think I forgot to check. I was meant to check how many I've done now. I think I've possibly done 3 out of the 12. Which would be great because we're in March. So that means I'm averaging like 1 a month, which is fantastic. I doubt that will continue because they are the smallest ones. But anyway, so I think this was the first one I cast on for the gift knits category. And I was hoping to have it done for Valentine's Day for Pete, but I haven't. I'm on the gusset decreases at the moment. They're going swimmingly. And yeah, originally these were going to be for Pete. But now that I've given Pete's middle brother a pair of socks, he did say about possibly making some for his older brother. So I might give these to Pete's older brother and cast on another pair for Pete. But we'll see. Yeah, I'll get the first sock done and see. What I really want to do this week is go through my yarn stash and pick out a couple of skeins because I want to make Pete a musselburgh hat, and I'd like to make his middle brother a musselburgh hat. I'd like to make obviously make them all more socks. So I just kind of want to pick out some skeins of yarn and kind of allocate the colorways, because Pete's middle brother will not wear anything that contains red. So I can't give him anything that's got any colors that's even close to red in it. So yeah, I'll have to just pick out and see what I've got. But yeah, these might end up being for one of Pete's brothers. But that is actually all, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's all I've been working on. Just socks and finishing those socks, done my Dorset button. I can't wait for the rest of that stuff to arrive. And yeah, now it's just kind of getting stuff ready for the village. And I think because of that, I am going to continue on my sock kick because it's just easy. Like socks, I don't need to look at a pattern. It doesn't really take any brain power to do socks because I know what I'm doing. So I'll probably just continue with them. I will do some work on my Guatemala because I don't want that sitting there too long, really. But yeah, I think it's just going to be a week of socks and musselburgh for me this week. I think that's about it. This is probably a really short episode. Yeah, we can say episode, can't we? Sounds a bit weird, but yeah, short episode. But hopefully now that I'm feeling more centered, grounded, this week will be a bit better. I'm going, like I said, as soon as all the stuff arrives for the Dorset buttons, I will definitely do a video on the Dorset buttons. And I want to get to making a seat cover this week as well, which is going to involve carding up lots of fleece and making something on there. So there's things coming up. It's probably going to be more on the heritage side of things, and my normal knitting will be socks because that's all I've got the brain capacity for at the moment. And we've got the Easter holidays coming up as well. Anyway, I will say thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate you all being here. Be kind to yourself, and you know, do what brings you joy. There shouldn't be any guilt when it comes to crafting. If you want to cast on new projects, cast on all the projects. If you want to just work on something really simple because that's what you feel like doing this week, then do it. There should be no guilt in crafting. This is our hobby and it is for us to enjoy however we wish to enjoy it. So keep your crafting fun, and I will see you again next time. I love you all. You are all amazing. Bye.